Hi everyone, Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation. I just came down the driveway and I went to take a step, and underneath like a little pile of grass was a little snake, and it skittered away. And so it sort of crossed my path in a way, and I know that snakes are symbolic of change and of transformation, and a lot of times people are afraid of snakes. But it is an energy of rebirth, and it is a primal fear that we have. So I feel as though um, there is a lot of that, happening right now, and people are being more and more fearful, and yet it's the it's the when you really don't know what to do, when you're really afraid, that's when you open up to spirit, and that's when spirit comes in and renews, right? So the symbol of the snake crossing my path, I thought was interesting. I do follow what's going on in I do follow up what's going on in nature. I pay attention when I see certain animals that are out of the ordinary, or even ordinary animals. The first bird I hear, or the first bird I see, or the first animal I see in the morning becomes a messenger for me. The other day we had the bunny, remember? For those of you who are with me in the mornings. So I'm a tad of a mess, and my phone doesn't have any filters. So this is me, guys. So I've been pondering. It's a Saturday, and I sort of took a Saturday off, really. I started the day kind of with the thought of, I'm just going to take this day as it comes, because I know that the energy of this weekend is very intense with the full moon coming up. And I was thinking about that, and I was formulating what I wanted to say about that. I'm going to make a special video for that with filters, so I'll look better. Goodness gracious. But I just got a new deck of cards, and last night on Mystic Sisters, I did pull some cards for Ushu, I think her name is, or Ushi. Anyway, J.D. Vance's wife. I apologize for not knowing her name, but it escapes me at the moment. And so I have these cards, and I said, what was the meaning of the snake? I wanted to know what there's something gooey on here. What was the meaning of the snake that I saw? Because, well, what was the message from the snake? And so these are the cards that I got. So you're not going to see me anymore. You're going to see the cards. Okay, there's my little, see, there's a bee. Like, bee is a theme, I guess, for me. So this is the cards that I pulled. This is the message from the snake. And of course, I have to get in a better position here. I apologize for this terrible camera work. I'm just trying not to fall on my head here. All right, and for you to see. So this was the message from the snake. The immediate future, the situation that we're in. The situation that we're in is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is the arbiter of justice, right? The King of Swords puts down the law and puts down the penalty. And so the King of Swords is an energy of the rule of law. I mean, it really is. It is a Libra card, actually, in the system that I use. So we're at a point where we are having to make a decision. A decision is imminent. And of course, we're just about ready to have that full moon, with the full moon in Capricorn. Capricorn being the energy of the old ways, the elder, that kind of thing. Opposite the sun in Cancer, and its last degree, the sun being the leader, really, and in Cancer, at the end of Cancer, there is the last degree of Cancer. There's a energy of a real love for the family and a willingness, right? The energy really of the King of Cups. Okay, so we have a decision. Probably this is the decision that the Democrats are coming to about Joe Biden. The crossing card was the star, which is democracy herself. And this is a balancing act between the old and the new. It's pretty evident to me that the Democrats are going to win the election. And what's being decided now, I think, is the direction of the Democratic Party. Are they going to stay true and blue to the man who got them to this point? He had originally said he wanted to be an interim president, and he changed his mind and ran again. So, but of course, he was in the middle of, wars and the like. So, there were other considerations, I think, in his mind anyway, but I could be wrong about that. He has always been sort of supported by other people, and do we really know who those other people are? But, it's all things to think about. I'm not saying that that's the case, but there's all things to think about, right? And a decision needs to be made. Now, underneath it is the 12, the Hanged Man, sorry. And the Hanged Man, this is at the root of the reading, so the Hanged Man is what's grounding this. And it's interesting because the Hanged Man is not grounded at all. The Hanged Man is symbolic of Neptune. And Neptune is at 30 degrees of Pisces, at the end of Pisces. The United States has progressed into a Pisces nation. And we just had a progressed sun-moon conjunction in Pisces. I think it was 20 or 21 degrees of Pisces. That happened around April, I think it was. And so that's sort of a new sort of soul impression. Joe Biden's soul vibration is a Pisces vibration. His south node is at 0 degrees of Pisces. So he is in a way, everybody talks about Trump being he thinks he's Christ, he's the Jesus figure. Well, so is Biden, but it's two maybe different, the sacrificial part of the Jesus energy, right? The willing to sacrifice. You think about it, he sacrificed his life and people say it's his ambition. Perhaps it is, but it could also just be wanting to better people's lives in some way. And I don't know, I don't know Joe. His soul is a Pisces soul. And so he seems to me like a very loving and compassionate person. And he's been through a lot, and he's seen a lot, and he's sacrificed a lot. He sacrificed really, and this sounds crazy, about his only begotten son, in sacrificing Hunter, his only living begotten son, on the altar of democracy, right? So what more can we ask of this man, right? Now, some people might say you're making him a saint. He's not a saint. I'm not making him a saint. It's really just the archetypical energy. I'm talking about the story. I'm talking about the legend, right? The legends that we have been sort of going by for centuries. So we can apply it. In the past, we have the 5 of cups. This is grief. This is deep grief. Knowing what it feels like to lose. And when you lose, he lost twice as president, right? And he lost his daughter and his wife and his son and his, mother and father, and, in that. And he has his dream now. He's doing what he's doing. I don't think he has much ego about it. I think he's exactly the person we needed when we needed it. Remember COVID. Remember how traumatized we were. Remember how scared we were. And, he helped us out of that. Now, whether you agree with what he did and how he did it and who he did, that's all your choice. But as an archetype, he helped. helped us deal with our grief. And we finally felt like we were off the, there used to be this old trick that knife throwers used to do. They'd spin the person and then they throw the knife. And they'd stop spinning the person, all the knives would be like there, but not like, certainly not, didn't kill anybody. You know what I'm saying? But that's what the Trump administration, some people, if the knife thrower wasn't good, some people got taken out. And that's what that felt like to me. And when he came in, it was just like, all right, everybody, let's calm down. Let's see what we have to work with here. Let's roll up our sleeves and do what needs to be done. And that's what happened. So, and then in the sky, we have heartbreak. Then we have heartbreak. Joe, I think his heart is being broken by this. But I think he's symbolic of all of us. All of our hearts are being broken. We had beliefs. We thought, certain things. And it's hard sometimes to have to realize that our thoughts maybe, like it's scary. But it's in the breaking of the heart. It's the breaking open of the heart. And so, that's part of the, it's interesting because, Martha Alito talked about wanting a flag with the Sacred Heart of Jesus. If I remember the Sacred Heart of Jesus from my days in Catholic school, it was the heart with the thorns around it and bleeding, the broken heart, broken open heart. So, these symbols are there. In the immediate future, we have the Seven of Swords, which is betrayal and seeing who has betrayed you. So there's a sense of betrayal. We're going to see the actors. We're going to see things, I think, that make us see clearly and understand things more clearly. I think there's going to be a lot of people, over the next couple of months that you're really going to see, you're going to make your moral judgments about them and, probably deserved moral judgments, but everybody plays a part, and we're going to, I think, get a sense of who's playing here, right? And I think it's a good information to have, but it's not going to be easy information to hear. This is how it's seen from the outside. This is the Ten of Pentacles. It's about old money. And, the people with the money really making the decisions. But it is this card, we have this enlightenment, and he has this lamp, the lamp of his wisdom. And it's sitting on his lap, which is down around, the lower chakras. And that generally means, somebody who knows how to manifest, how to, there's a wisdom there. And so, and then in the domestic situation, we have the Four of Wands, which is, a lot of readers see it as the Democrats. And I feel like they'll be working. This is a hive, right? They're all working, bringing in the sweetness from the lavenders. Lavender is about relaxation. So this is a time where they are sort of really evaluating their situation and how they're going to move forward, I think. Hopes and fears is strength. That's the fear, really, and the hope as well. Those who would like to see Joe Biden stay hope that he has the strength to do it, and those who want to see him step aside think that perhaps he doesn't. And that, I think, is a decision that will be made, and will be made shortly, because the next card to come up is the Two of Cups, which is an agreement. And then we have the Fool, which is a new direction, a leap of faith. So I do think that these cards are about Joe Biden staying or going. And what I would say is I'm not sure the decision has been made, but I do see that whatever decision is made, we're going to be put on a new trajectory. And it is not, the Fool card up there is a Uranus card. And, we're talking about on Joe's birthday, Pluto moves back into Aquarius. I think that's pretty, so he makes it through, and then he hands it over to the new energy. Kamala Harris has her Saturn in Aquarius, so has the, Saturn in Aquarius is somebody who knows how to work the system to help the most people, really. So I think that whatever happens, because we don't really have control over it, but I do know that there's the Strength card there. And behind it is a rose quartz. That's interesting, right? Okay, so rose quartz is about love, celestialite. That's a stone from Sedona that they're sitting on. There is, we have a burl from the tree, the apple tree outside, and we have two little broken eggs, a white and a blue one. And then I can't remember what kind that stone that is. And there's Ganesh, the dissolver of obstacles, I think he's known as. So, and underneath it all, this is interesting, right? These are the cards that were underneath. We have the King of Cups. The King of Cups. That's Joe, right? That's Joe. Then we have the King of Wands, right? That's fire energy. Water and fire is the spiritual initiation. And then we have the Prince of Wands. The Prince is the one who goes out and lets people know, right? That he takes to the road. And this is an interesting prince here, surrounded by sunflowers and bees. He's got a little kitty there. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, interesting. Community. So this is really what this actually looks like is this whole exercise for the Democratic Party is an opportunity to separate as far apart as they can, and then to come back together with a decision. And whatever that decision is, it's still the right decision. I'm not saying I know what the decision is going to be. I think at this point it could be either, or maybe I don't know which one it is, because either one is good. That's what it feels like to me. And I think that's what the snake was trying to tell me. All right, hopefully you were able to follow this sort of meandering reading. But I think I figured the snake had something to say to all of us. So have yourself a beautiful day, and don't worry. Just be your best. Be yourself. Do what you love. Be with who you love. And we will, it's going to get, it is already much better. Yeah, much better. Don't let fear take you over. Surround yourself with that which makes you feel love and full. And we need to be full of love right now, because big decisions are being made, and our energy, not our energy in arguing who's right and who's going to be and who's going to get it and whatever and what's better. No, let's get out of our heads and just get into our hearts, because that's really what this whole thing is about, right? Understanding what you have control of and making the change, and what you don't, and letting it go, and the wisdom to know the difference, right? This is Bernie Sanders' soul vibration, by the way. Take care, everyone. Namaste.